thank you so much for waiting. We are here at Hot Trials at TMC, a little bit late, but no worries because y'all had some time to anticipate Pastor Bill getting ready to try these crazy hot sauces. So let me go ahead and explain how this is going to work before we start. So we are modeling this little skit based off of an existing skit where Sean Evans, the host of the show, interviews real live awesome celebrities. He's had Shaq on it, Kevin Hart, all sorts of people, and they go through an interview just about their lives while eating 10 hot sauces. And there's an interview per question, and we're going to do that with our own celebrity here, Pastor Bill. So they will slowly get hotter as we go. The first one is only about 1,700 on a Scoville scale, which is something you also need to know. All these hot sauces are rated on the Scoville scale. I don't know where the Scoville scale came from. I don't know who invented the Scoville scale, but one individual on this earth that God created decided to bless us with his Scoville scale of knowledge of how hot we can handle and how hot Pastor Bill can handle. And we're going to find that out today. So we'll start at 1,700. Pastor Bill can handle about 350,000 from experience. So we'll get pretty hot, and we will get much hotter than that, but I won't tell you how hot until we get there. So do you have anything you want to say before we start?
Yeah, I just want to say a word of thanks to folks. Really, thanks for hanging on as we come in. I want to thank Kat for this. This is her idea. She has brilliant ideas, and you know, there's a lot of other people out there who steal her ideas. But this is her brainchild, and so thanks for bringing me on to do this. I want to thank Reagan for being our camera guy in the back and stream expert and all of that. He's handling the technical aspect of things. And I want to say a special word of appreciation to two special families who loved me so much that they wanted to make this event extra special, right? It's the Carters and the Powells. The Carters and the Powells brought me this bucket to help with this process, to make this a better event. And it's got a card in it, and the card says, for the day after the wings. So you can only imagine what's in here. You can see off the top there's a roll of toilet paper. But there's like saltines in case things get really hot. Tums.
Wow.
Yeah, Tums. There's air freshener. I'm not quite sure what that's for. There are some medications in there for various ailments. And there's a toilet brush. That's good. But here's my favorite right here is the cold pack thing with the cooling gel in it. This is special. It's my favorite thing.
We probably should have had it for you. Like when you got around here, you're probably going to need it.
Probably so. But thanks to the Carters and the Powells, and in particular, I want to thank Jackson and Weston and Brody because I know this was their idea. And I know that they picked all the stuff, and you know they worked really hard. And so for Brody and Weston and Jackson, I'm grateful. Thank you so much. I will enjoy my bucket and will experience it with the love in which you gave it. Right? Thanks, guys.
All right, we got milk for you and we got water, but I read that water may not be the safest thing to try, so probably stick with milk. Water activates the heat, is what I read.
Right.
But I got water because I can't do all that, and good luck to you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Our first one, like I said, is on the 1,700 Scoville scale, and we have the classic hot sauce from Hot Ones, which is the skit we're modeling this after, and it is a garlic Fresno edition, so it may be a little tasty.
A little tasty. I like garlic.
Yeah? All right.
I don't know, it's got a little tangy taste to it.
That's good.
A little tinge.
But not bad.
Yeah,
You could
not
eat
bad.
multiple of them.
Oh, yeah. That would be no trouble.
Okay. All right. Our first question for you, we're going to start off with something rather simple because it's all about you. And I want you to tell your life story in under 3 minutes from birth to current.
So this
Can
is like,
you do it?
Yeah, this is like 3 minutes, like I preach for 15.
Can you do that?
No. Okay, 3 minutes. I was born 3 days before Christmas in 1959. My mom's due date was in January, but I was in a hurry. They say I've been in a hurry ever since. I wanted to be a 50s baby, really, so I was born December the 22nd in 1959. And apparently, my mother's delivery went so fast that they couldn't even get her into a room. I was literally born in a hallway in the hospital in Baytown, Texas. So I was born there, lived there for 6 months. After 6 months, we moved to Tyler for 4 years, and then came back to Houston. And I've spent the rest of, all the way up through high school in the Houston area. Went to all HISD schools except for 6 months. I was in a Pasadena school while we were building a house. But I graduated from Lamar Senior High School. We were the Redskins. We're not anymore. So I don't know. Go Lamar. That's good. And when I finished high school, I left Houston, went to Southwestern University in Georgetown, where I was on the 5-year plan. That's when you're studying something really hard.
Yeah.
I was studying really, really hard. I majored in beer the first little while.
Oh.
And so it took me 5 years to get through.
Oh, gosh.
But, I got through and then went, of course, to seminary. From that, I was in seminary at SMU and was there for 4 years. While I was in seminary, I served two churches, essentially. I had 2 little bitty churches out in East Texas for the first 2 years. One of them had 65 people and the other one had 12 people. They were little bitty. And then after that 2 years, I was downtown in Dallas at First Methodist Church for 2 years as an associate. So I went from the little tiny to the great big.
Yeah.
Graduated from seminary, came to the Houston area and served the first 5 years at Lakewood, just down the street.
Yeah.
And after Lakewood for 5 years, I went out and started the church in Cypress and was there for 27 years. And then came here. I've been here for 1 year. So that's 33 years. And for that 33 years, my entire post-seminary experience, I have served in a triangle that measures 16 by 17 by 13 miles.
Oh, wow.
It's really, really tight. Not many people can say that. So I have 4 sons. The oldest one is 33, and I think, or is he 32? When I get old, I can't remember them. But he and his wife are the parents to my first and only grandson.
Oh.
Hey, Henry, how are you? I got the 3 others. The youngest one is a junior at Southwestern University right now, and it looks as though he will finish in 4 years, maybe even less. So he's obviously smarter than me. I have 2 dogs, Dixie and Daisy, and I love being in Tomball. I don't know, is that good?
That's good. You had 2 seconds left.
2 seconds.
2 seconds. You did it in perfect time.
And no, I can't preach in 15 minutes.
Probably not. I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd agree with you. Okay, I have 2 follow-up questions for that one. Well, one is more of a statement. As I was going through this, I was talking to my husband, Andrew, and I said, I'm a little nervous because I just have Pastor Bill just says things sometimes. And I have no idea what's ever going to come out of his mouth. And this was the first instance of it tonight, was that you majored in beer. I'm going to have multiple occurrences tonight where I'm just like, okay. Second one, the church congregation of 12, was it one family? Was it?
No, it was 12 women and 1 man.
Oh, gosh.
The youngest one was like 72. The man was the only living husband. And yeah.
At least he was married. That could have.
Yes.
That would have been a little more
Yes,
funny.
would have been a little weird, but yeah.
All right, our second one, are you ready for the second one?
Yeah.
Is fresco sauce, and it is chipotle and habanero hot sauce. And on the Scoville scale here, we have 12,400. So we're jumping up a little, but it should still be fine for you. So
All
go
right,
ahead and take a bite.
Fresco.
Fresco.
All right, here we go.
How is it?
That's good.
Good. Tasty.
It's very tasty, yeah.
You'd eat it again. Just like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need your milk yet.
Oh, no.
Okay. So I did a little research with you before this, and I asked if you were in a sport because I was going to have you dribble the ball or throw the football or kick a soccer ball. And you said no sports, but you did say you were in a rock band. What was the name of your rock band?
So that question is kind of a question of evolution. When I started out, I was young. I imagine it was like 9th grade or so when we started out. And the name of the first band was Wizard. And we thought it was really cool, but we had some personnel changes. And so after a while, we decided that we were going to change the name of the band. And we decided that we were going to name it after the girlfriend of our manager. And so the name of the band became Dogtooth Annie.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it was Dogtooth Annie for a little while, and that was
Dogtooth Annie. If you're listening, sorry.
Sorry, I didn't come up with it. I was the rhythm guitarist and the lead singer. I didn't have any decision making capability whatsoever. So after a little while, we decided we wanted to get an agent. One of the guys
wow.
who just books, we. That sounds almost like we were
Good.
but we were not. We were awful. We were terrible. But we wanted one of the guys that represents local parties, that we could go play at people's backyard parties or something, not really knowing just how terrible we were. But he listened to us one night, and then he said, the first thing you have to do is change your name. He said, we thought it was just because it was an ugly name. But he said, no, there was a country band in the area that was named Dogtooth Violet. And that was too close, he said. And we couldn't have a name that close to them if we were going to, be famous. Yeah, if we were going to play at somebody's party, I guess. So we had to change it. He said, you got to change it by tomorrow night.
Oh,
and
wow.
we didn't have any idea. I mean, we threw out names and stuff, and they were all just really awful. And so finally we hit the deadline, and we couldn't think of anything more. So we just named the band. This was our last name before we broke up. The name of the band was from the license plate of our manager's car, LET 255. That was our.
I'm impressed you remember it.
LET 255, and yeah, and we were horrible.
Did you have original songs or was it just covers?
Oh no! Well, the way we covered songs was very original. It was horrible.
And who did you cover? What kind of music?
We played Led Zeppelin. We played the Doobie Brothers. Pretty much the sound of the day, Bad Company. My personal favorite was Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water. That was a lot of times what we started with, and we had a fog machine.
Oh gosh!
And so the fog would start rolling out.
Y'all were legit.
And no, we were horrible. But it was fun. It was we practiced in an elementary school auditorium. It was part of a community exchange program. They were trying to get community groups, So we said we need a place to play. So we practiced in the auditorium.
Oh my God.
And they told us that that the only thing we had to do was to perform for the 5th and 6th grade class one concert.
They were not ready for that.
They were not. And I went to that school in 6th grade.
Oh God.
And so all of the 6th grade teachers that I had were there. And you could see on their faces, they were just going, oh, this is really bad. We did a really bad job. Because I had long hair, and well, by that time I probably had a cut, but for a while I had long hair. Yeah, it was, yeah.
All right. Our third sauce is Hotter Than El Ghost, which sounds just absolutely miserable for me, but you can handle hot things, so it may be fine for you. And on the Scoville scale, this one is at 39,000. Just 39,000.
39,000.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Take
All
a
right, here we
bite.
go. What's it? It's ghost peppers. No, that's tasty. That one's really good.
Yeah? All right, so our question for you this one is, it's about your work, because we're bound to do that. I want to know what process you go through in developing a sermon series. Is there a particular moment? Is there something you do to develop it? Do you find it coming to you in a certain place? What? Let us know.
Yeah, okay, let me start with the serious part of it.
Okay.
When I do a series, I don't ever re-preach a series. I've never re-preached a series, never re-preached
That's
a
good.
sermon. Because I believe that every sermon, every series should be developed for the people to whom it's being delivered, right? So what I did 5 years ago, even if it was what I thought was a great series for this group. So the first thing I try to figure out is, what do I need to say in the context of where I am and what I'm doing, what the people are going through. That's why there's a series coming up pretty soon called How to Survive a Pandemic.
Very fitting.
Yeah, and that won't be like a pandemic like how do we survive COVID, because the medical people are going to tell us that. It's how we survive the pandemic of despair and loneliness and frustration and all of that while we're going through this. So I think about that. As for is there a particular place or way or something, 90% of my sermon series come to me in the shower.
Yeah.
That's it. I get in the shower and a title pops into my head, and I think, I like that title. And then I start kind of working, okay, how many pieces would that have to it? What would it look like? And usually a shower will get me a 5-week series.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're on number 4.
Number 4.
And we have Los Calientes.
That's hot,
Los
right?
Calientes.
That's what it says.
That means hot.
All right.
Hot, hot.
I'm ready.
And this one is on a 49,000 Scoville.
So a little bit more than the Ghost.
Just a little bit, yeah.
But not a
It
lot.
should still be enjoyable.
They'll all be enjoyable. I'm going to eat the bottom side of this one because it's still wet. It's still got the,
Yeah.
the
You're going to go full force into it?
That was a little sweeter than the other, so it's got
Yeah.
kind of a sweet thing to it. That's
I
good.
wonder what makes it. And there's all different colors up here, and I don't know anything about hot sauces because I probably could not handle this one, the 1700. But I mean, there's yellow, we got red, this one is more orange. It was very interesting preparing these.
So far, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Can I see the chicken in my teeth?
I should have put toothpicks up here probably.
There we go.
But then you'd be picking your teeth. I don't know if everyone wants to see that.
I just remember.
All right, what is the most interesting story that you have while working in ministry, or the craziest thing that's happened to you or that you witnessed? Give us your best one or two.
Okay, I participated in an exorcism.
This is not what oh gosh.
Yeah, that's probably the craziest, wildest thing I've ever done. I was on a mission trip in Brazil, and you can never, ever be ready for what you're going to experience in another culture. And
Yeah.
Brazil is steeped in, it's not voodoo, but it's like that. It's called macumba, and it's a curse people and shed chicken's blood and all that. We even saw these sacrifices that they would put out in a field by the road, and the missionary and his wife that we were with said, well, that was the year that it was a World Cup year, and it said those sacrifices were specifically to curse Brazil's enemies, so that the Brazil national team would win. So there's a lot of really darkness there, and you can't just go, oh, that's stupid. I'm from the States, that doesn't work. And the missionary and his wife told me one night after worship service, he said, this girl that sings in the choir, she's over here, she's having a problem. She has a demon.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, okay, I'm from the States. I don't know anything about this. I'm not Catholic. I don't wear a backwards collar. I don't know. So we went over there, and fortunately they knew what they were doing, right? They were just calling me in it because I was visiting clergy, a pastor. And so the three of us sat down, and literally we laid hands on this girl and prayed until her eyes rolled back into her head. Because really, I mean, she looked like she was having something going on there. She had the number 10 hot sauce already, I guess. But yeah, that's probably the wildest thing, because I had no idea, no expectation, and it was just like, come help cast this demon out, right? And
Not what you
I mean,
expected.
the Bible tells us there's demons, and I believe it because I saw it. But
Wow.
it was weird. It was definitely weird. Probably the most interesting thing to me is the first sermon I ever preached at Lakewood UMC when I was an associate there. We were starting the worship service, and the senior minister was there, and he was sitting in his chancel throne where he sat, and I was in the smaller chair next to it. And he had kind of a cold, right? And he got up when it was time to preach, and he stepped up into the pulpit, and he looked out at the people, and he said, I'm just not feeling it today. Bill's going to preach, and sat down.
Oh my goodness.
And fortunately, I was working on something,
You had some thoughts
so
in your
I had
head.
some thoughts and was able to just get up and do it. But that's why I tell y'all,
Yes.
always have one in your pocket, because you never know when I'm just going to look at you and go, Kat's preaching today.
Which I could probably do it, but I don't.
Yeah.
It would be a little
It was a shock.
interesting.
It was a shock.
I would have a lot of rabbit trails.
Well, I do that anyway, and I prepare.
That's true. All right, let's move on to number 5. But before we do, I want to tell those who are watching, I have 9 questions prepared, but we have 10 sauces. So our 10th sauce is going to be a random question chosen from y'all, and we are going to have Reagan go through them, and he will just choose one randomly and communicate with me at the end of it what question we're going to ask Pastor Bill. So think of your best question you got, write it in the comments on the Facebook. So our number 5 right here, oh gosh, is volcanic peppers, and it is Thor's hammer. Super, super hot sauce.
Is one of the questions who's my favorite superhero?
What is it?
Because it's Thor.
Well, I don't know if you remember, but I had chosen 9. I had chosen 10, and one of them was chocolate. And you said you didn't want to do
Don't do
chocolate
chocolate.
because you don't like chocolate, which is fine. But so then I was in between 2, and Thor's hammer was the hotter of the two, and you said you had to do Thor's hammer because it was Thor's hammer.
That's right.
So let's see how it is.
So how hot is it?
Yeah. Oh, it's 121,000.
121,000. Okay.
So we made about a double jump here.
Good. It's got kind of a real strong bite to it. It's got a strong aftertaste. Still not all that hot though.
Okay.
Good.
You're able to handle it. Okay, this question is a little bit different. I have four
Wait a minute. That
photos.
picks up a little bit. Ooh.
You got milk.
I'm
But
probably
maybe
going
wait.
to milk in just a minute.
Really?
No, I'll be all right.
Okay.
Oh goodness, that one sneaks up on you. Okay.
Oh gosh. We have four photos here, and they're all over the place. And I just need you to give a little bit more context to the audience. So the first one we have, it seems to be a younger you.
Yes, it is. I need some milk.
Yes. How old were you?
That was 8th grade. I was 8th grade, and I would have brought 9th grade because that's when I had the long hair. But there are no pictures of me in the 9th grade.
Maybe on purpose.
My mother never kept a picture of me in the 9th grade. And yeah, so that's 8th grade.
Okay. What
School
were you like
picture
in
that
8th
year.
grade?
Oh, I was.
Why the long hair?
Well, because that was what we did.
Oh,
then.
okay.
That's what we did. And in 8th grade, there was a big metamorphosis for me in 9th grade, the beginning of 9th grade, really. I just touched my eye.
Yeah.
That's not good at all.
Oh,
Woo, baby.
You had those
Here we
wet
go.
wipes.
All right. Where's the bleep button? No, I'm good. What's the question? Oh, goodness.
You were just talking about your long hair and
Oh,
like
yeah.
your metamorphosis and.
Oh yeah, I was a bad boy up until then. I didn't behave well in school. I was the terror of the teachers. Y'all can't even imagine that probably. But but yeah, in 9th grade, I met a girl who was a goody two shoes, and cut my hair, made the honor roll, and
Oh.
there you go. There it went. So
All right. Second photo. We have this one, and you seem to be pretty happy with the St. Louis Cardinals fan. Who is this here?
I don't know. I just saw that guy on the street.
Oh gosh.
No, that's oh goodness! Don't touch your eye when you're eating hot peppers. Okay, that's Toby Mac.
Oh.
Yeah, he and I used to hang out a lot.
Yeah?
No, not really. If you see the shirt I'm wearing, it
Yeah,
says
he
"Drink
looks-
Coffee, Do Good." We were partners with a coffee company from Rwanda, and they were in charge of his coffee on his tour.
Oh wow.
And so they called me because we were good customers and asked me if I wanted backstage passes to the concert. So,
That's awesome. When
Yeah.
was this? What year? Do you know?
oh goodness, that was back when Sam was still shorter than me. Because there's a picture of him with Toby Mac too, and he's shorter than Toby Mac. And
Oh
Toby
wow.
Mac is-
Toby Mac is pretty short.
Sorry, Toby, if you're watching this. I'm not like saying anything bad.
But welcome. All right, this one makes me laugh. I want to know what in the world you were doing here. Is this yours?
You know, I've always liked a good hog ride. You know, out winding my hair. You know,
Yeah.
Here we
I mean,
go
you had hair in
again
this
on
one.
my own. You know, that sort of thing. Actually, I was at a conference, the Orange
Yeah.
curriculum thing, and they had that parked in the lobby.
Oh,
And
yeah,
that's
it's
a
orange.
backdrop. I've never actually ridden a motorcycle. Well, actually, I rode one time. A friend of mine in high school had one. We worked at a grocery store, and he let me ride it in the parking lot, and I didn't get all the way across the parking lot before I fell off of it. So, yeah, it's just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then this last one is my favorite. I think you are at a church because this is an altar in front of you. But why? We need more context for this one.
All right. So, you might remember a number of years ago, there was a big craze called Duck Dynasty.
Yes.
It was a TV show. Willie was the head person of that. And, and Willie, I did a sermon series at Good Shepherd called Your Dynasty. And it was modeled after that. And so the first day of the series, I came out looking like that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I
It
think
was fun.
you should probably do it again here so we can fully experience
Yeah,
it.
I don't repreach sermons or series.
That's true. You did say that.
I did. I'm crying.
You are.
Because
I feel
my-
pretty
that's
bad.
my eye. Well, I know better than that. That was a stupid thing to do.
And you can handle the hotness. It's just you
it's not
touch
the
your eye.
mouth, it's my eye. It's like,
Pour some milk in it.
pour some
In
milk
your
in
eye. Oh gosh. Yeah, I didn't think about eye drops or any of that.
Goodness,
We
I'm
can
just-
come more prepared for the next one.
Wow. Okay.
All right, our next one is the Bomb Beyond Insanity Hot Sauce, and it is on the Scoville scale, 135,600.
What was this last one?
The last one
Was
we had
121.
121. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're just going
So
a little bit up.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. But it's a different bottle. I wonder why.
It's very dark.
It's very dark.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see how it
All right,
is.
here we go.
Fine.
That's good.
Okay.
Wait, cool ribbons.
So far, it's not as bad as the other one, but that one snuck up on me, so this one might too.
That is the thing about the
But I'm not
Scoville
going to
scale.
touch my eyes.
You don't do that again, please. I felt bad as you were talking about the pictures. You were crying. But that's the thing about the Scoville scale is, again, someone invented it, but it may be different from company to company. So our equivalent to the hottest at Buffalo Wild Wings may actually be exponentially hotter. So it may go all over the place, and we just have to trust the Scoville scale. But our question for you on this one is, do you have any interesting talents?
No.
None.
Well, no. Not anything major. I can turn my tongue upside down.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I can do that.
Can you do the taco thing?
The what? Yeah, I can do that.
You can do
I can take my thumb off. But other than that, no. I'm not, yeah. No.
Okay, that's fine. So, but now you have to move on to our next one, which is.
Oh, Lord, let me talk about my talents a little bit more.
Okay, I'm gonna introduce this one. It is Mad Dog 357 hot sauce, which is 357,000 on the Scoville scale, which is a little bit more than the Buffalo Wild Wings that you say you can handle.
This last one is just slowly creeping up. Oh, gosh.
Are you ready? 357,000.
Got a little spice, like a cinnamon-esque.
Oh wow, interesting. Good.
God.
Are you good on milk? How can I assist you?
Hey, folks.
You're typically the host, Sean Evans, on Hot Ones, the skit we're modeling this after, eats the wings with the person being interviewed. And there is absolutely no way I could do this right now.
I'm just going to hold the milk in my mouth for a minute.
Absolutely no way. I can't handle Tabasco sauce, so okay, I will pull more. And this is why we have the gallon right here.
Yeah.
For accessible. So Shaq
Don't
was
like
on this
face
show,
the eyes with that again.
and at one point, Shaq, if you know, Shaq is Shaquille O'Neal, a basketball player, he just straight up poured the gallon of milk on one of the wings to make it less hot. All right, there you go. So did that one creep up? Or do you think it was, what was it?
No, that one's just hot from the get-go. The other one crept up, but that one's just, it's just in your face. There we go.
Okay,
Okay, what's next?
you ready?
Wait, do I have a question? Did we already do it?
We didn't do the question. I was
I
so
didn't
worried
think
about
so.
you.
I think
All
I
right.
did. I missed the question completely.
Let's pretend that you are a new color in the Crayola crayon box. What color are you?
Black. Oh, no. Okay.
The shade and the name.
So I'm a big fan of blues. I love blues. And I would, normally the color I would choose is already a color. It's azure. I like azure. This is similar, azure is the color of the deep blue sky when there's just little bitty clouds and that kind of thing. But I also like cerulean, which is already a color. Cerulean is the color
I
of
think you're stalling.
the Caribbean Sea.
Because this is not the question I asked you.
I know. So if I have to make up a color to be a new color, I'm going to choose the Nepali Coast color.
Nepali.
And it is a blue That is, oh, did I touch the other eye?
Well, you gotta use 2 different
I
napkins.
did. I just got a new one. It is the color of the water off the Nepali coast on the island of Kauai, which
A nice
is,
blue.
oh, gosh.
You covered your eyes out?
I am blind. No, I'm not, but
Cover your eyes out.
anyway, that's the color the new color I would be.
And the hotness in your mouth is probably okay now. It's just again you
Yeah, now
touch your
I've kind of
eye.
lost any concern for my mouth whatsoever. Okay. Are
Okay.
they red?
They are
Yeah,
very red
very.
and very watery.
Yeah.
You got, let's see, 3 more. That's it.
Yeah, but
They're gonna jump up here.
yeah, that one was $3.59, right?
357. Mad Dog 357 was 357,000.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce this one, but you can take your time.
Yeah.
Our 8 sauce is Hellfire Fiery Full Hot Sauce, and it says it is the hottest sauce in the world without extract. Because we have some hotter, but this is the hottest in the world without extract, and this one has ghost pepper in it, which we were talking about earlier.
The hottest in the world.
Without extract. Yes. That's what they can claim.
Okay. Here we
I
go.
believe in you.
Yeah, you know, this big stack of napkins is almost gone. This is it, right? This one?
That is it, yes. Alright.
So far it's fun. On top, that if you have it hot, you should just chew it. Keep chewing it.
Oh,
Before
thank
you
you, Reagan.
swallow it. Thank you,
Look, there
Reagan.
you go.
Oh, goodness.
And I don't think I said, but this one is on the 550,000. 550,000 on the Scoville scale. So you jumped up there.
So unless that's a sneaky one, that's not as bad as the Mad Dog.
Really?
The Mad Dog was a killer.
Well, you also touched your eye with it.
Oh, that's
so
true.
it affected more than it needed to.
Okay.
All right, let's just do the next
Two more.
one then,
What's the
since
next-
you're
no,
okay.
What's the question? I got a
Oh my
question.
gosh, I'm so worried about just
Yeah,
getting
no,
you
don't
done.
worry about it. I want to answer the questions. That
Okay.
takes my mind off it. You know, actually, that last one kind of cooled things down a little
Simmered
bit.
you
That's
down.
good.
Good.
All right.
All right, the question is, you come from a family of pastors, yeah?
Yeah.
So how many pastors are in your family tree?
I don't know. A lot. My father is a Methodist preacher.
Yes.
My mother's grandfather, he was a Methodist preacher. And what they tell me is that there is either one or more Methodist and or Baptist preachers in every generation of my family back to the Sons of the Revolutionary War.
Oh, wow.
Our ancestors came here before the Revolutionary War, and that one, his name was Benjamin, was the one that came here. And the generation of his sons yielded the first pastor. There's been one every generation since.
That's awesome. That is a family of pastors.
Yes.
Okay.
Rebecca says, seriously, have Bill put some milk on the paper towel and rub his eyes.
Thank you, Rebecca.
You can pour the milk over the trash
I'm
can.
just gonna dip it.
There you go. What if it just,
I don't
gosh.
care.
Oh, gosh.
I don't care. Oh, ow! That's
Yes. What if it
thanks, Rebecca.
Did it help?
Well, it didn't hurt. It
Okay,
still
that's-
hurts. That's all right.
Are you ready for number 9?
Yeah, well, you know what we need?
What?
You know those little things in the science rooms at school where the eye wash machines where you have to get down and shh. We need one of those. Oh, do we have any science teachers?
I think we do, yeah. Laurel Frank.
Laurel,
She
bring me
teaches the science
bring me an
teachers.
eye wash. Okay.
All right, I'm going to introduce this one. This is,
Clean
you're not
towels.
going to like this one. This is Mad Dog 357, which is the one that you...
The one that just about killed me.
Yeah, and this is their 25th anniversary sauce, which just means they made a hotter one. And it even came, which I'll give it to you after as a souvenir, this bullet keychain, because it may kill you. And this one is 1,000,000 on the Scoville scale. So go ahead. Let's see how it goes.
Go wipe out. My voice is starting to go.
Yeah.
Crazy. A million.
A million.
That's
You
right.
don't even want to touch
I want to
it.
touch it really lightly.
Less sauce or more sauce? It's gonna be hot no matter what. Okay, I'm gonna ask the question while you're still chewing. This question is just, are you okay?
At the moment.
And you said you could handle hot, but I mean, this one is extreme, and we've had some before it that were a little extreme. So tell us what you've eaten in the past and how this compares, hotness-wise.
That's a creeper. Yeah, that's a creeper.
It's just gonna keep getting hotter, but it's a really cool bullet keychain if you can survive to keep it on your keys.
It's all right. Maybe I'll eat another bite of the one below it. That cooled things off. Okay. So, I really like hot food.
Yeah.
And back years and years ago, when I was really young, I was in Fredericksburg. We went to one of those shops that has all the hot sauces, and I knew I could handle hot stuff. Right? I didn't have, obviously, hadn't had anything this hot, but I went to the last one in the row, and it was a habanero salsa, and I like the sound of that. So I got the chip, and I just piled it. I just like a big mound of these chunks.
How old were you?
Oh, I was probably 27, 28.
Yeah, okay. More willing to try.
Old enough to know better. And I put that in my mouth, and I thought I was going to die. Now, back in those days, that was before the law changed, so that now, if you go someplace and you say, I want a cup of water, they have to give you a cup of water for free. Well, I was young. I was poor. I didn't have any money.
Do you need more?
Oh, Lord have mercy. No, I'll be all right for a minute.
Okay.
So I went to the guy and said, can I have some water? He said, well, it costs the same as a soda. And I didn't have any money. So I wouldn't, I had to go out and find a public bathroom so I could drink from the hydrant, from the sink, because it was so hot and I thought I was going to die. So
how does this compare?
I kind of feel like that right now.
But you have milk.
But I have milk.
And
It's hot.
I don't know how much the milk is actually going to be helpful. Okay.
Do this.
You only have one more.
Do I need to hit mute? Do I need to hit mute?
Yeah, we don't have a beat button.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
All
One
right.
more. Okay, I'm going much hotter than Buffalo Wild Wings.
We're already there. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, our last one is from Hot Ones, the skit we're modeling after, and it is called The Last Dab Hot Sauce. And it has 3 X's, which is probably a sign saying, no, 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 don't do it. But we're going to do it. And in the show, they have a tradition of actually opening this and putting a little bit more in the wing.
Those people are crazy.
It's just, I'm just going to tell you that's what they do. It's, yeah, shake it.
Oh, man.
It's coated already, and let's see how much.
Oh, I'm not going to put a lot on there. I'm just going to.
Okay, that's probably enough. Okay, I'm gonna give you a second to try it. There's still some.
Rub it in there.
I did have the last question, right?
Yes, you. And the last question was, "Are you okay?" And how did this compare? You already don't remember.
Last
All right,
one.
Reagan.
Last one, people.
He's gonna eat this, Reagan, and then for question number 10, it's supposed to come from the audience. So whatever question you've got for him after he eats it, go ahead and ask.
Rachel
it.
said don't burp. Whatever you do.
I would have set the room on fire if I did that.
Oh gosh. What do you want? Do you want your saltines? Do you?
No, I was just looking in there and see what I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, let's see it.
Okay, that's where I put the extra right there.
Okay.
So you can see a little bit of it.
Just a little, yeah.
Milk.
You're kind of separating your lips.
Yeah, because, yeah.
His
All right.
lips look a little larger than normal right now, actually.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you got to answer the question, Reagan. What question do we have for him? Let's see.
Okay, let's see. So,
Let us know who it's from. You seem okay.
okay, so I got a few questions. Laura Price would like to know what instrument you play.
I was a rhythm guitarist, which means that I was not good enough to play lead. Actually, that's not what it means. Rhythm guitarists are important to that kind of music. It provided structure, but that's what I did. I did rhythm guitars.
But you got through the 10th question, and now we're simply going to ask, how are you?
Ah, stupid. It won't let me turn my phone.
Oh,
Are we on?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good. It's actually, I think that there was some of the sauce in my mustache, and when I sniffed a minute ago, I think it's gone up in both nostrils now because now my nose is on fire. But that's all right, you know. Yeah, it's good.
You won't
I
have
made it.
sinus
I
problems.
ate through all 10. I did it just like on the show.
Yeah, you did good. Was it fun? Was this enjoyable?
It was. There was one, and I don't remember which one it was. There was one I just didn't like.
Oh.
I don't remember which one it was.
The Mad Dog 357 that just about killed
That
me?
one just about killed me, but I think it was tasty. I think it was
Was it the
this
cinnamony
Oh,
one?
you said, yeah, it wasn't very good.
one. It's kind of had a real sharp, heavy kind of a flavor.
It was very dark. All right, so all we have for y'all now is a couple announcements. Pastor Bill and myself are wearing these T-shirts. Would you go ahead and model it for us? I think you could do that.
Turn around.
All right, so these T-shirts are on our website and on our Facebook. If you scroll down a little bit, and you can order one now. They're $10, and you can pay for shipping $5. Just select one shipping. It's just $5, even if you order 7 shirts. Just $5. We'll ship them to you so we can stay socially distanced, or you can come pick them up. But these are our church T-shirts for 2020, and on the back is a racing laptop, which is one of the brilliant ideas that comes from Pastor Bill. And it says "Zooming through 2020" because that's what we're doing this year. We are zooming through it quite literally.
Yes.
And then our second announcement is that on August 23rd we have Rally Sunday. Which, do you care to say a little bit about Rally? Can you say a little bit about Rally Sunday?
So Rally Sunday is the day that we just kind of want to start putting the summer behind us and start moving into the fall. I know that there's still, people will be in and out and all that up until Labor Day especially. But that's kind of kids going back to school. It's just designated as that point where we're saying, okay, we've been disconnected. Even though we're still going to be doing a lot of stuff online, we are jumping into the fall. We've got a lot of exciting things that are coming up, and just plan to be with us either in person or online on the 23rd.
Yeah, we'll have Blessing of the Backpacks. We have the announcement of all the new Bible studies starting in the next couple of weeks. And we'll even have a random winner picked out. If you take a picture of you and your family or just yourself watching worship on that day, whether in person or online, and use a certain hashtag that we'll tell you on the day, we're going to pick up a random winner for a Starbucks gift card. So make sure you do that to just get that. And that's all I got
And
for
we
you.
got some hot sauces for you. You can
I don't know if anyone wants this. Oh, we are thinking of doing this again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need, who's going to be the host?
I think you would be the host. I think we could cycle through.
Okay, then we got to have a good.
Yeah.
All right, so I could issue a challenge, right?
You could. You could just
All right.
challenge someone right now.
Colin Powell,
Oh my god.
I'm coming for you. With the last dab, XXX.
All right.
All right.
We'll tag Colin after this so he sees this, and that will be good. We'll get to know our newly ordained deacon,
There
and
you go.
it will be good. This will be Colin. I don't know if this is what you thought would happen when you became ordained, but this is what the ordained do apparently, and we may have just anyone do this. Do you need more?
More milk?
No.
There's a whole gallon there.
There's a whole gallon. All right. That was good. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for participating in that last question. And we will see y'all at church on Sunday.
There you go.